Hey guys, it's Fatzy Toady. Hey, today I want to teach you how to make a ton of money off the GE and how to stop making some common mistakes that I'm seeing every day. Okay, so the reason I was prompted to make this video today was because I did something really cool today and then something really awful happened. On this particular item right here, it is not this item. On this particular item, I achieved an all-time high sell for the year. Okay, I raised prices to 4,650 GP per unit. Okay, that was impressive to say that you had the highest sell in the entire year. There's a way that I did it, but the awful thing that happened was several hours later, it was dropped to about 399 GP. Okay, and that's right down here. So that is awful when something like that happens. But I see a lot of mistakes here. So I'm going to teach you how I sell items, and this is the way you should be selling items, and you're going to make a ton of cash when you do this. Okay, so the first thing I do is I establish an item, and then I go to the wiki. Okay, right here, OSRS wiki. I search for that item, and then I scroll down here where it says view real-time prices. When you click this button, it's going to bring up a graph, and like I said, this is real-time stuff, updates every 5 minutes. So now I know what the trend is. I can see right here where the last sell was made. Just somebody sold a number of units at 2,750. Now, when you want to sell items, obviously you need to sell lower than the current person that's selling, right? Don't be this guy right here, okay? This guy was selling at 2,999, and then somebody said, oh, I want to sell some stuff. Okay, so he dropped all the way down to like 403. You are only hurting yourself when you do that. If this guy was selling at 2,999, you need to sell at 2,998. You will start selling all of your stock at that price, and he will not. Okay, so do yourself a favor, and if you're in the GE to make money, then make money. Okay, now here's the other problem that I see constantly. If you look closely on these graphs, you will see dots. Okay, that dot means a sell was made. Okay, it doesn't tell you how many items were sold. Okay, the one thing you'll have to remember, and I think a lot of people know this is why they make this mistake, you never know how many items the other person has. So from this point on the graph to this point on the graph is 6 hours. Okay, you don't want to wait around 6 hours to find out whether or not. So people jump all the time. They just undercut, they undercut, they undercut. Okay, which is understandable. You want that sell, but only undercut by one. That's all you need to do, and you will maximize your profits. Okay, now when do I undercut? All right, so this is my next one. So let's look at this item. From this point right here, it was sold at 275. Remember, we don't know if 100 of these items were sold, 1,000, 1. You don't know how many. But what we do know is a very short time later, the price jumped all the way up to 489. Okay? Now, another sell was made here, one sell was made here, one sell was made here. Now, again, the price jumped. See this dot? See that dot? See that dot? The straight line in between means nothing was sold. If we go back here, you can see there's a billion little dots all backed up on top of each other. That means they're constantly selling. There's another sell and another sell and another sell, and you'll see the price change, you know. Okay? So constantly sell. All right? Go over here. See how nothing pops up? No sales for like 6 hours. All right? Now, again, a sell was made. We don't know how many a sell was made, but this is all time. It's just wasted time where no sell could be made. All right? So what I'm getting at is this. When you see your graph level out, okay, like this level here, there's a million cells here. That's when you undercut by 1 GP. Okay? If it's just a single dot, going from here to here, don't undercut yet, and I'll show you why. Over here, and I did this just to kind of show you guys some stuff, okay? Hopefully this is updated by now. All right, now look. Whenever I sell an item in bulk, if I want to sell a bunch of an item and I want to maximize my profit, I may not necessarily want to hang around the GE all day, and you don't either. But I want to raise the price too. So how do you raise the price of an item you're selling, but you're off running Temporos or doing whatever? Well, this is how you do it. I sold this at 500 GP. It's only one lantern. And then I sold one more at 600. And then I sold one more at 700. One more at 800. One more at 9,000. 11. And then the rest of my sell is right here in the remaining slot. Now what this is going to do, which it hasn't updated on this chart yet. Sorry. There it is. All right. It's starting to update. It's going down. What you're going to see is a gradual increase in that. And I was off running Temporos this entire time. Okay? So, when this one sold, the price immediately jumped to 600. The price immediately jumped to 7. And there's not 100 of these here. There's only one. Okay? So, I raised the price here. I raised it again. 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 And then my remaining are right here. Okay? So, that tells me where to start over. All right, now I'll collect all this money. Okay, I'm at 1,200. So you just rinse and repeat. I mean, that's all you do. Again, sell one item. Okay, at 1,200. That's where we left off. Okay, confirm. And then I'm not going to do all of these, but just showing you guys. So one item at 1,300. Confirm. That's how you set an item to automatically raise its value. Okay? So, if you go off and do something, you're going to make the maximum amount of money you can possibly make while you're off doing whatever it is that you're doing. Now, it's not going to stop someone from undercutting you. Okay? You can't make that money. If someone undercuts you, they just undercut you. But again, when you're undercutting, you need to be smart about it. Don't be this guy. Okay? Now, if you do this method, you will gain profits. That's how this yearly annual record was set. Okay? I achieved the highest single price on an item for the entire year using this method. Okay? And then this happens. All because of what? You know, if you would have just undercut 1 GP, all that money could have been ours. And I say ours. Okay? Just because someone takes control of an item from you doesn't mean you should do this. You're hurting yourself. So 1, don't hurt yourself in the GE. 2, help the other people in the GE. Undercut by 1 gold. Because when you do that to me, I'm going to undercut you by 1 gold. And then if we keep doing that, we both could have made an entire wad of cash. To put this into perspective, okay, the difference between this and this was $16 million to $222 million of potential profit, depending on the quantity of that item that you had. And in this unfortunate case, I had the potential to sell $222 million worth of this, and it was reduced all the way down to 16. So, do yourself a favor. Do us all a favor. Undercut by a little. Stagger your sales. That way we can all maximize our money and we can actually use the GE to our advantage. All right, peace out. I'll see you guys in the next video.